I want to talk about disappointment. I see many people disappointed in their partner, in love, in relationships, in marriage, and in life in general. When I was younger, I was often disappointed in other people as well. Over time, I realized something essential. My disappointment did not come from what they did, but from what I expected them to do. For example, I imagine that someone will call me in the next 3 seconds. If they don't call, disappointment appears. Suddenly, in my mind, this means they are not thinking about me, they don't love me, I'm irrelevant to them, and everything is over. It sounds absurd, doesn't it? Disappointment appears when you plan in your mind how another person should react, and that person reacts differently. And yet, this is how most of us live. We create imaginary scenarios about other people's behavior and then suffer when reality doesn't follow the script. In other words, if you want to stop being disappointed, stop planning how others should react. Allow people to react however they choose. You adapt to their real behavior, not to the imaginary one. If you want to avoid disappointment, make plans only about yourself, not about others. For example, I can plan to take a shower before going to bed. If I get into bed and realize I didn't do it, I get up and take a shower. I'm not disappointed because it depends on me. But if I plan for someone to call me before I fall asleep, and when I get into bed the phone hasn't rung, it doesn't depend on me. And then I cannot fall asleep. I get frustrated. I become disappointed. If you don't imagine that someone will call you and you don't wait for them to call, there's no reason to be disappointed when they don't. Disappointment exists only where there are expectations. And expectations appear when you plan another person's reactions. I'm not saying you should make plans. Plans are useful, but make plans only for yourself. This is one of the simplest and most effective ways to reduce disappointments in life.